Giggity giggity.
Giggity giggity goo.
Hello and welcome everybody back to another League of Legends stream. As you can tell by the title today, it's a little bit different. We are not streaming Varsity, we are streaming JV today. There was a little bit of a scheduling conflict. We didn't know if Varsity was going to have a reschedule, if they were going to have a game, so we just took the safe bet and went with JV. And on that note, Varsity did not actually get a reschedule. They will be playing today, so if you want to get the results for that, make sure to follow us on our new League of Legends Instagram at Vandals League of Legends. We'll be posting results, clips, stream announcements, and whatnot, and what more. So shoot us a follow there. And welcome on. Today we're going to be playing against the Keuka Wolves. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm very sorry if I didn't. And it's going to be a very fun game today. The JV roster is excited to be able to, get a stream in, get to play, get to show us what they've got. It's they're not as high elo as our varsity roster, obviously, so it's going to be a bit different gameplay than we had saw the last couple weeks. And as you can tell today, I'm not joined by Simply Jay. I'm here with my beautiful co-host, Nav or Kaz.
Yes, I was here last night for those of you who are more concurrent viewers of the Idaho Esports Twitch channel. And
Setup might look a little familiar.
Jack, I believe, has a midterm today.
That makes sense.
So, unfortunately, was not able to make it to the stream. So, I'm taking his place, getting a little bit more diversity on the desk for this Friday evening. Do you happen to know where Keuka is from?
I do not.
Oh, well, they're from somewhere, probably from the eastern part of the country.
Most likely.
Again, the ECAC, the Eastern Collegiate Athletic
We
Conference.
are a little bit far from the east, but
yes,
we still have a ton of fun getting to play with them.
And I'm very excited for this game.
Me too.
I don't watch a lot of League. I have been watching some Worlds, and that's been pretty fun. Worlds has been very, very exciting this year.
T1 wins again for the millionth time.
Oh, yes. And, I feel like as I've grown more in the space of esports, I have gained a deeper appreciation for League of Legends. For sure.
I feel that.
And, I want to engage with it a little bit more. I want to show my appreciation. I want to... I used to be like, "Oh, League's a bad game."
Well, I mean, it is,
and I'm totally not like that anymore. And yeah, I just want to share some love with my League mates. I want to see some awesome plays happen on the Rift, and also I'm excited to cast the JV game because the JV team has a couple of my favorite people in the program. That would be Wayne Evanroth, also known as Spock,
our goat.
And also Sam Hummus Bueller,
yes,
who I believe is Hummus 83843. Playing, I forget what role. I know that
Hummus
Wayne is in top lane.
Yes, Wayne started off as the ADC, but this game they're swapping it up a little bit and they're throwing Director Spock into the top lane to fight as a Titan on his own.
I don't mind that either. I think we were talking about it last week, and he was like, I just feel like I'm a weaker player on the team compared to a lot of other people, and I think that we shouldn't have weaker players on support. And,
that's fair.
Bot lane is kind of important.
Especially when you're on the role that's literally labeled attack damage carry.
Yeah.
Maybe if you don't know how to play the game, you shouldn't be the carry. So I do respect the decision to move up to the top lane and try and duke it out in the 1v1 instead of the 2v2 in the early game.
Yeah, I do agree. No,
one of the fun things about this team is that the JV roster was basically solely created around Blank Void, who was the previous top laner who did swap over to the ADC role for this game.
Uh-huh.
And because he enrolled in one class specifically to be on the League of Legends team for the esports program. Did not quite make the cut for varsity, so he got on JV. There was 2 other people who also wanted to be on the League of Legends, did not make it for varsity, so they formed the JV team. But you cannot quite compete in a 5v5 game with only 3 players.
Yes.
So Director Spock and our student athletic manager Hummus, they decided, hey, you know what? These guys want to play. We'll fill in for them, and we'll take time off work and be members of this team. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a ton of fun to be able to create the roster so that everyone can get included in what they want to do, and that's the beauty of our esports program here.
Yeah. I was literally going to make that exact point as well. It's like, it's not only just all players being able to, participate and be included, right? But it's also players from all sorts of skill sets. Right?
Yeah.
I think the rank range is a little wide on that team. And it's even wider between JV and varsity, right? But
yes,
it goes to
varsity's
show
like diamond average, and this one's like bronze average.
there is little barrier to entry in terms of skill level for most of the games that we play, right? Which I think is really inspiring, especially because League is a very hard game.
It is
to get into, to learn, to stick with, right? So even at the lower level that these players are playing at, it still takes an amount of dedication and work and learning and grinding to be able to stay on top of yourselves and continue to be a good player.
Yeah, and an efficient player. I mean, there's so much little, as they say, macro that goes on into League that you have to know. Like, you got to know how to farm. You got to know when to rotate. You got to know where to ward, when to ward, and where to ward. You got to know when to fight for the objective. You got to know when to stay in your lane. So many little things, and every little player picks and chooses what they need to improve on to fit their skill set and their play style. And that's what makes it so unique, because obviously you got almost 200 champions to work with. Then you got a million different play styles you can work around too. And there's just so much to capture, and that's the beauty of this game. That's also why a lot of people don't like this game, because it's hard.
Yeah,
but it's fun.
mean, it's harder to get into a game like this that is constantly evolving. I think 15 years post its release, right? MOBAs are, there's definitely a crowd for MOBAs, but I'm an FPS baby, and I like sticking to my shooters, which is also why CS works so well as a legacy esport.
Yeah, that's true.
You shoot people, people die. Can we say the B word?
Yeah,
there's a bomb.
I mean, that's part of not League of Legends, Valorant, the other Riot game.
Yeah,
and Counter-Strike. That's the main focus. And those are 2 of the biggest esports.
Yeah, that's true. Champs was huge. GG's energy once again, going from one of the worst teams in my region to winning champs.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Love
are we seeing anything like that coming out of Worlds this year?
Honestly, I've not been following Worlds too much.
Is NA screwed?
NA's always screwed. I mean, they're always a kind of a weak link in the League of Legends esports scene. But that's okay. I mean, all anyone cares about with this is 100 Thieves, T1, and Faker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is fair. I mean, he gets called the GOAT in every game for a reason. But yeah, it does sound like we are about to start the game. I can hear the little magical rift noises in my headset. It looks like the drafts and the picks did get sold through. And one of the fun things is, excuse me, I know with the varsity games that they if you play a champ in one game, you cannot play that champ for the rest of the set. So I feel like
is there fearless in this as well?
Elaborate. I'm not sure.
Is fearless for every division, or is it only for higher divisions?
Oh, that's what I guess we're gonna figure out. I want to say it probably is for every division, but I know for sure varsity gets it, so I would imagine it would be in this division too.
Well, I'm very excited to see what's going on with that. In the meantime, while we're waiting for things to get started, we can give a very thankful shout out to our sponsors, Monster Energy and Ziply Fiber. Monster Energy for keeping us up and wired throughout the long nights that we have here sometimes, the intense gaming sessions, in Ziply Fiber for keeping us hardwired onto some stable internet connection in a region that may otherwise not have gotten it.
That's true. I'm very proud to be able to promote 2 brands that I use daily. I've been a Monster addict since I was like 14 years old. And now I get to work for a company that's sponsored by Monster and gives me free Monster, and I could not be happier. Every single stream, I'm sitting here with my favorite drink of all time right in front of me, keeping me up, keeping me active, and ready to go. And then at my house, I even use Ziply Fiber. I've been using Ziply Fiber longer than they've been sponsoring us, and it's the best internet I've ever had.
That's true.
I live in a house full of gamers, and not once has this internet crashed on me. So it's beautiful. Thank you guys so much for being a part of our program.
Yeah. We also saw that post on Twitter yesterday from Ziply Fiber
That was
shouting
beautiful.
our program, which is super awesome. You can go check out Ziply Fiber on their socials, typically Ziply Fiber everywhere you go. That's ZIPLYFIBER. You can also check out ziplyfiber.com to see if you can save some money on some high-speed fiber internet in your area.
That is true.
Oh,
Sounds like we're just waiting for spectator delay. And
I thought
then
we got rid of that.
Yes and no. I mean, I know that they kind of did, but it's still easier to use, and I guess without a stream delay or even with a stream delay, it's still might as well throw it up if you can.
That's true.
So yeah, I'm very curious what's going on right now. I'm very excited to see Director Spock in the top lane.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see what goes on there. He
Me
gives me
too.
very top lane energy. Like you also look at his lineup in Smash, and he's a big, heavy character, big grapplers guy. Plays a lot of wow. Why am I blanking?
King
on
K.
it?
Rule.
King
I've
K.
been
Roy.
whooped by King K. Rule and Roy.
Yeah.
And I've been whooped by his King K. Rule one too many times when I've tried to step up to Director Spock in Smash Bros. And
Yeah.
you're not wrong. That is a good analogy.
Yeah, I feel like top lane
gotta
just
use the
probably
heavy
just
rule.
works for him.
I would hope so.
So I'm very excited to see. Like I know he's a little bit newer to the role, but I'm definitely excited to see how he contributes to the game today, and the kinds of plays that he has. Is there anybody else on the team that we should be keeping an eye out for? Anybody that we should be paying extra attention to?
Blank Void for sure. Blank Void is the highest ranked on the team, and he's incredible. I actually got to practice with this JV roster once. They were down a player, so I filled in as their fifth and helped them practice for the day. And Blank Void carried every single one of our games that we played.
Wow.
Always had the highest KDA, best rotates, best game awareness, and he's going to be in the ADC role today. So that is going to be one to look
Best
out.
player on the carry role.
Yes.
Versus one of the worst.
Yes.
No
Normally
offense to
Blank
Wayne.
Void is. I'm sure
I love you.
none
I love
be
you. I love
taken.
you. I love you.
We do love you.
I've said worse things about you on stream.
For some reason, I don't doubt that.
Oh, you missed it. He doesn't know what I'm talking about. It's fine. I won't repeat it. I'll be respectful. In the meantime, we do have some Preds up in the chat. If you would like to take your chance at the Gamba, put some channel points either towards our enemies because you're mean and you don't like us, or towards the Vandals, either because you are one or want to support us, which is I think pretty awesome.
Always beautiful to do.
Yeah. If you want to support us in other ways as well, you can check out our other socials as well as following us here on twitch.tv/Idaho Esports. It's free. And you can always take it back if you decide that you hate us later. We also have subscriptions up if you want to subscribe to us.
Drop that Prime.
Yeah. If
We'd love
you're
it.
feeling generous or have a free Prime sub lying around, why not use it on us? You get some fun emotes to use in chat, cool badge next to your name. You get to help support a grassroots collegiate esports community, which I think is pretty cool.
I think so too.
Yeah.
We're a homegrown program, and we're trying the best that we can. And it's been beautiful seeing how far we've come in these last 2 years.
Yeah.
And now we are about to start the game. Everyone hiding in their bushes. And it looks like the Vandals are going to be on the right side, coming from the top, going down. And your Wolves are going to be on the left. And Vulcan is going with the Mundo. That is a very safe pick for a new top lane player. I know Mundo and Garen, they're like your tried and true. I'm trying to learn this role. Let me go up top, be big, be dumb, do my things.
So what is going on here?
Right now the game's just starting. It takes about a minute and 5 seconds is when your minions start running to lane. And then you can't really do anything until your minions are there because you want to start building farm. I mean, you can do early engages. It's not the most optimal strat, but they're a ton of fun. Like if you get all 5 of your team grouped up and then you just bum rush the enemy jungler, get a free pick right off the start. It doesn't always work out. You can sometimes burn some flashes, burn some summoner spells, give yourself a little bit of an advantage, but it doesn't look like that was happening right now. We just had to wait for the minions to come so we can start the farm. Arulian Soul as an ADC. I have never seen that, but that is a ton of fun. Now, it looks like Genix is going to be on the top lane, Ophirius in the jungle, Beckles in the mid, Toxic Agent in the ADC, and Froxy on support for the Wolves. And then for your Vandals, you got Vulcan in the top, Fizz in the jungle, Xmas Tree Muggsy in the mid lane, Blank Void on the ADC, and Hummus on the support.
Yeah.
All right. Wayne took a little bit of an unfavored trade, lost about half of his HP there in the top, losing some minions. It looks like the Vandals in the bot are able to kind of slowly push the minions towards the turret and get the Wolves to start heading back just a little bit. Good wave state. Can't let them really get up to CS, but they're not missing too much yet. Right now in this early game, you're just kind of looking to get gold, kill minions, and take trades that favor you and trades that will benefit you later in a fight once you get higher levels, more damage, and more items.
Plenty of sense to me. Are we worried about, that top lane diff at all against, so probably a more inexperienced top laner?
Absolutely. Because, like, your top lane, you stay far away from the rest of the team up until, like, the mid to late game. You're not really rotating in the early game at all. And your main goal is you just want to farm, and get as big as you can and not worry about it. And one of the fun things is the junglers tend to ignore top lane in most games. So it always gets interesting when junglers start to rotate top more and more, because that's just not the standard procedure. But there is no standard procedure. It's just kind of like an unwritten rule that the jungle focuses on supporting mid and bot. Mm-hmm. So it'll be interesting to see where the junglers go and what they want to do. It looks like we've just got some typical paths right now, with Fizz pathing down, looking to rotate and gank bot. And I cannot even see Ophirius on the minimap. Oh, he's also rotating down, maybe looking to gank bot. Try to set up some vision, wait for the dragon that's going to be spawning here in a couple minutes. Try to get that advantage.
Vulcan's trying to go in, get in a little bit greedy. Does use a flash to get back to turret zone. But still probably taking a little bit more damage than he expected to there.
Yeah, probably going to want to hide under turret and farm, or just get the recall off. Okay, just has to walk back up. Can work. I'll trust the vision. And it does look like we are going to burn our TP to get back to mid.
Walking back too forward. Is that going to be first blood for the Wolves? And it is.
I think that's the top diff you were just talking about.
Yeah.
Could be coming into motion. Could be, couldn't be. We'll see.
Genix was just waiting for an opportunity to capitalize off that low health that Vulcan was already trying to deal with. And unfortunately, he was not playing his zone very well. He kind of just needed to stay back in turret zone and did not.
He just walked off.
He just did not do that.
Can we get some ints?
It happens.
Just kidding. Does look like Fizz is kind of sitting here in the mid lane, maybe trying to bait a recall out, actually trying to get back to base, and it looks like we are. Rekon going to burn the TP and run back to the turret.
Now,
try to get that recall off, get a little bit of item spike.
Spirit, what would you say that both teams would have to focus on, with whatever comp set they're running and how they play into each other? What is each team's win condition, right? Outside of, base objectives.
I would say for the Vandals, they're going to want to focus on taking out Ophirius, the jungler, as much as they can, because that's going to remove the jungler from the map, who is your key objective taker, as well as Amumu just being a strong, tanky, high damage, easy stun, and quick burst champion. Amumu is a very supportive player as well as a high damage tank. He can do it all. Like, you just saw how easily he wiped out Xmas Tree Muggsy, hitting with the Q on the stun, followed it up with the E to stun them once again, and then the W is always active doing passive damage. Amumu is a very strong champion. If you can focus on getting Amumu off the map, you're going to have a lot easier time taking objectives as well as removing a huge team player from the fights. And then for the Wolves to win, I feel like they're just going to want to focus on probably making sure that they can take out Blank Void, the ADC, as well as making sure that their top laner is able to take advantage of the fact that they're going against an unexperienced top laner, and it can get as big as possible while negating Vulcan from racking up XP and gold. So as long... Oh, Blank Void was able to take out one.
Looking for that other...
Tracking down the Nami, got a super low HP. That's a double kill from Blank Void.
Just the infinite route. So sad to see.
Beautiful. Well played. And it does look like the Vandals were able to take the dragon in that fight too.
Awesome.
That is a good trade that you are happy to take.
Meanwhile,
Go
our
ahead and
top
get Blink
lane
Void a
is
little
still. I love
Average
the
top
auto
lane
cam
gameplay.
just going back up to top lane, living in their own little world of nothing really going on.
No,
And
nothing
my
ever
Mundo
happens.
playing out of turret zone below half health.
Oh, he's going down a little bit more. Okay, that Mundo self-heal. Okay, popping it up just in time.
Got me a little worried there for you, Vulcan. Seems like he's doing okay. You do see a little bit of a gold diff. Very, very slight. Only about 400 credits or so.
Yeah, it's kind of minuscule in the early game. It teeters and totters, but once you get the massive gold advantage, your team is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Until those objective bounties come up, and then you can start catching up a little bit, but those items make all the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Nice clear on the vision there. Good support stuff. Okay, he landed his skill shot. Well
Awesome.
placed, well placed. Beckles is going to chase Xmas Tree down into his turret.
Having
Just
to
gonna
play a
chill
little
there.
careful around that, for sure.
Oh, that was huge stacks coming in from Aurelion Soul. Personally, so League of Legends early game is kind of the most boring to watch, but in my opinion, it's the most fun to play because you're not able just to insta-shot. Oh, nice elimination from Blank Void, and Hummus will pick up the support as well. The bot lane is popping off right now. This might have been an excellent call to move Blank Void down to the ADC.
Again, you want the stronger players down in a more important
Absolutely.
area, right? You said he was running top before?
Yes, normally a top lane main.
That's, well, I mean,
Get your best player on the role they're most comfortable with.
yeah, for sure.
It makes sense on paper, but in a game like this, you're going to want them
You
to
have
be
to-
on the
you kinda
role
have to
that
think about
impacts the game the most.
the things that the rest of the players on the team are good at.
Exactly.
Or not good at.
Do have a huge scrumble going on
Seeing
up here. Ooh,
some jungle objectives being contested
Does
by
it-
the Vandals, and
the Wolves
Orpheus
are
is
able to
going to
get
be
the
able to
Void Grubs.
flash out on an inch of his life, and that's going to be 3 of the Vandals
Yeah.
down.
if you're Idaho, you're not very happy with that trade at all. You
No.
sent a lot of resources up to get those Void Grubs. You did not get a single Void Grub, and you lost 3 players. That was a beautiful engage for the Wolves, though.
And more time for Genix to just do his thing up in top lane. I don't know why this
Uncontested.
camera keeps going up to top lane.
All right, Blank Void able to get some free farm on the turret, while the Wolves bot lane is going to recall, spend some of that gold, place that hard-earned check into an item.
Yeah, and Genix
Oh, so much plating has
actually
already been taken off that turret.
already able to do quite a bit of work on that top turret. Always hard to be contested that early, but that's, even if you want to help your team, you got to know what your limits are. And if you're going in a situation where you're down in the advantage, you're down in the health, like sometimes, and this is mostly words to Vulcan, it's not worth it. And it's not even me trying to rip, but it's just
No.
like those are the things that you risk having to deal with if you're in top lane, and you already have the disadvantage in your lane as well, right?
Yeah.
Having that downtime just so much more opportunity for your opponent to get free level and get free turret plating off too, right?
Yeah, that's extra gold as well as pushing map pressure. If you take those turrets down, you're going to win the game. You just got to push the turrets and push to the Nexus as much as you can. I was really hoping we were going to see some huge bush camp
Yeah.
as they were hiding in there, and they rotated up, tried to ward the other bush. Uh-oh, Fierce is coming down to the bot lane. Huge
Oh,
engage from the root
huge
off
gank.
of Blink Void's ultimate. Oh, might have been enough to let the Vandals flee. They're running back a little bit. They are able to safely get under tower and force out Furious to kind of walk off and start looking back to go towards his camps. Very good disengage from the Vandals bot lane there.
It's exactly the kind of urgency that you want to see from that area, especially with that game coming in. It could have ended so much worse for them, but Hummus and Blank Void are very much just doing a great job sticking by each other, really relying off each other. And you're seeing also Fizz come out to help with this top lane
jump to the
as
top.
well.
Could eat a little bit of damage there. Vulcan's going to try and jump in and turn this into a 2v1. They are able to engage on Retcon. Nice dash away to avoid. Oh, and he's going to pick up Fizz in the killing spree.
And that might be
might be a
Vulcan
double
down
kill
as
here
well.
too. All right, able to get back under tower.
Uh-huh.
But he's pretty high HP, and you're a tank. You might be able to dive this because he's got the mini. Okay, no, he's running out of minions. If you run in immediately, you're taking a tower shot.
Yeah.
That's never fun.
So Genix forced to stay a step back, but still having the upper hand in that fight, right? The gank was unsuccessful, ended up getting him an extra level, continuing to work on that gold lead, that level lead that Keuka has on the Idaho.
Yeah, if you've got it, keep it rolling. And it does look like the Wolves were able to pick up their first dragon of the game too. Both teams are now have one dragon apiece. Nice little play in the bot lane. That was also could have been why he was rotating down there, was to try to get them at least lower their HP. So if they try to rotate up and take that dragon fight, they're already at a disadvantage. So you got to just force them to stay in lane and farm, because if they don't, they're just gonna die. You've got the numbers advantage and the health advantage there at that dragon fight, because Fizz was up top trying to help Vulcan with that gank, but it did not work out like they were expecting.
Seems like mid's still having a nice time, even though there is a little bit of a level diff. There's still a lot of pressure and presence that extra Xmas Tree is able to put.
Yeah, and if you can see down there, they are pretty even in farm right now too, so that's always good. Eliminations don't matter as much in the early game. As long as you got your CS up, you can still keep up with your lane opponent because you still got enough gold to buy your items.
Toxin's agent able to get away as Frosty falls. More dancing around in top lane. What is with this camera and my top lane?
They just seem to like. They just might want to humiliate Vulcan. He's sitting low HP, gonna get engaged, able to hide back under tower. Retcon decided to not quite keep the engage up. Now Genix is looking for it. Gonna eat a little bit of a tower shot there. Or no, that might have just been a Q from Vulcan. His Qs are doing a ton of damage with that cleaver throw.
But he has to know that, you know, he has the health disadvantage. He has to keep his distance. He obviously wants to farm a little bit, right? Get those minions down, but you know, he can't stand too close to Genix, right? We've seen how it's played out before. He gets punished for it, and if it happens again, that could be a fallen turret immediately in that top lane, right?
It could be. I mean, it's already turret plating just fell, and he already chipped it down to like 15% HP on that turret. He's still sitting about half HP. Vulcan was able to get some nice damage onto him while he was racking up the turret plating. But he's got that dash where he was able just to get right out of the way and not rack up more of Vulcan's damage, because as soon as he starts attacking Vulcan under tower, those turret shots are going to start eating up and hitting him harder and harder.
Yep.
So a very good game awareness from Genix there too. No one to back off, no one to engage, and no one to rack up some turret damage.
Yeah.
The mid lane, all these streams, the mid lanes have just been these nice gentleman duels of everyone just farming, taking trades, and eliminations coming through whenever there's a jungle or whenever the trades go super well in someone's favor. But they're not actively always fighting each other like they are in the bot lane and the top lane, where the eliminations kind of start racking up more and more.
Now, I think we're going to see another objective contest again. Is that another dragon?
Got 3 Vandals diving onto Beckles, but he's able to get back under the tower. Looks like we are going to be rotating top because the Rift Herald is spawning right now.
I see.
The top objective is always the Rift Herald, Void Grubs, Rift Herald, and then Baron Nashor later in the game. And then the bottom one's always where the dragons are. Hummus missing that ult there. That could have racked up some big damage, but everybody is here except for Blank Void, who decided to stay home in the bot lane to rack up some more minions. But it looks like
might be bad.
Not necessarily, because as long as your ADC is still getting fed, the job's getting done.
Yeah. It does seem like
Nope,
Keuka is just going to be able to get that Herald for free. They just didn't have the space to be able to walk in and contest it.
Didn't even bother, yeah. Fair enough. And huge Amumu ult stunning 3 Vandals at once. That's going to let Beckles pick up one. And Genix go on the rampage to pick up another. And Opharius will pick up Vulcan for the third. That's 3 Vandals down. And they lost the Rift Herald. Same thing that happened with the Void Grubs.
Yeah, so that's first turret already down. Maybe mid turret going to fall as well. Hummus there just to stall him for a little bit. But you're seeing the Herald pulled up in a 4v1, and that's gonna be the job well done.
Might as well rack up the big damage on the tier 2.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed it! Oh no! Oh,
what happened?
It happens. So you have to aim the Rift Herald when you're inside it and charging it towards a turret, and you just accidentally missed it.
Oh.
It happens.
Unfortunate. But going into this 16:30 mark now, and Vandals are unfortunately taking a very deep backseat now after losing that objective fight, after losing that Herald, and losing 2 turrets this soon. Hopefully, they're able to find whatever it is they need to do in order to work themselves forward again. But it's very hard to tell where things are going to be for them.
Yeah, it is. It does look like Blink Void was able to pick up the tier 1 in the bot lane, though, so that's going to be a ton of gold coming his way. And looks like the Vandals are going to go ahead and start fighting this Hextech Drake. Beckles is here to kind of give them some spatial awareness. No, you're not doing this completely uncontested, as it looks like Aurelian Soul and Nami are going to rotate down too, but the Vandals will go ahead and take that second dragon.
Very well done. Need that objective to a certain degree. But that top, there's that top turret. There it is. I already thought that one fell. I'm surprised the mid one was the first one to go down.
I am too.
Yeah. He's seeing more pressure on the bot lane turret as well. Beckles forced to back off. Maybe just camp the bush. Maybe channel.
Start heading back. Xmas Tree just kind of looking for some farm. Protecting his turret. Love to see it. Go ahead and rack up some minions. Beckles tries to push the under tower. Ash's ultimate's always off cooldown, it feels like, and so is Lux's, so that is a huge advantage for the bot lane. Oh, some Amumu. That little guy is fun. One of the more easy junglers in the game that kind of helps you learn the role. I say easy as like a simple design, but obviously, as is most characters in this game, you've got a lot of mastery that goes into it. Easier to pick up, harder to master, if that makes sense. Got a huge fight breaking out here in the mid lanes. Hummus is able to pick up the opposing Nami to kind of start it off. Toxic is going to be running away and keeps slowed until taken out by Blink Void. It's a nice little 2-piece for the Vandals. And it does look like Beckles was able to take that uncontested turret as Blink Void wasn't there protecting it anymore. Racking up a tier 1 for the bot lane, but we're going to go ahead and try and take this tier 1 in the mid. We've got 4 people beating on it. There's no way this shouldn't fall. And there it goes.
There you go. Turret's one step closer to being a little bit more even, but still too much pressure coming out from Keuka. I know, just not really sure how to respond, how to continue walking forward. You can kind of see them trying to figure out what their next move is. Maybe just stalling for another objective to open up.
That's one of the most challenging things about League for me personally, is when there's no objectives up, I'm always just running around the map wondering, what am I supposed to be doing? And it's always kind of fun to see how the players react to situations like this too. Some go to farm, some go to try and take some fights, and some run around the jungle.
Yeah.
But as long as you're keeping yourself alive and you're keeping yourself fed, what else can we need? Maybe League of Legends isn't so different from real life after all.
Gotta make your net.
Good callback. It does look like, all right, nice little vision coming in from Blink Void there to try to see what's going on in the Dragon Pit. Hummus did land a massive ultimate right there. Gonna let them
my goodness,
pick it up and finish the job. And Otacon is coming bot. Uh-oh. Maybe that's what everyone was waiting for. The Vandals are here. Not quite looking to get the engage up yet. And drop a little ward down. We do have a TP rolling into the bot lane.
I think the Vandals do have an opportunity to capitalize off their numbers. Or I lied. It looks like it's a 4v4.
But Vulcan just showed up.
Oh, there it is.
Able to land that Q, and he's getting chased down by Beckles. Oh, no, run away, Vulcan. Get back to your team. Oh, no, the Aurelian Souls are stacking right up on Vulcan. Mumu able to land in the Q. Vulcan was able to flash away just in the nick of time.
So still a little weak, having to back up, not having the same firepower in the front line as the Vandals may have hoped for in this situation. But it's okay. There's still a lot of opportunities for them to succeed, right?
Absolutely. I mean, eliminations are tied 9-9, so that's always good. The Wolves are leading a little bit in the gold department right now. But that 3K is not too much, I wouldn't say right now. That's about one item, so they've got one more item than the Vandals do, which makes sense.
Genix, oh my goodness, going in,
they are able to take out Blink
so
Void.
Much damage. Blink Void.
And Vulcan might be soon to follow. Beckles is able to pick up Xmas Tree Muggsy.
Oh, that's a free 3, looking for the 4th.
They're going to find it. Hummus is the only one alive and running back to base. Don't quite think you can take this 1v5, especially as a Lux. And it does look like the Wolves will get a free Otacon off of that beautifully engaged team fight.
Hummus really playing KD in these team fights. Both big ones. She has been able to walk away alive.
That's true, yeah. Only player on the Vandals to not be eliminated yet, 3-0-5. So that is very, very good support stats.
Very important for your support to be up and doing things. It's a very uptime role. But obviously the uptime isn't as valuable if the rest of your team is dead.
Yeah, that's true. But it looks like everyone's up and everyone's ready to re-engage and find our next point, and it looks like our dragon is here.
Yeah. Hummus ready to start a little bit of the engage. Rest of the Vandals, Fists here, trying to find their way back in. Morpheus is just threatening the position, making it not as easy for them to walk.
Yeah, Toxic Agent kind of did some damage to X-Mystery, made him rotate back. Take a little bit of extra time, but it looks like all the Vandals are hiding here in this bush.
Rush, maybe.
As soon as someone walks up, they could get stepped down. Okay, nope, they're forced to flee as that ward got placed right where they're at, exposing them all in one go.
Rough.
Hummus missing that route there, but that's okay. We'll be back up on cooldown soon. Lux basically doesn't have cooldowns. Able to land the route now onto Janix. That's huge. That is their most fed player right now, so they're able to take him out 6-0, and that was a really quick dragon take. Vandals didn't even have time to engage. Huge ult coming in onto the Vandals, and it's going to lead to Blank Void getting taken out.
It could be Orpheus falling here, but Fist there for the trade, right? Xmas also fallen.
That's a double kill from Aurelian Soul. Beckles will pick up the slack. And that is a nice ace coming in from the Wolves.
Yeah, so back to what I was saying at the beginning of the game about that top lane. Definitely seeing not only how it affects the top lane as a whole, but how it affects these team fights, right? What Genix has been really good about doing during these objective fights is just holding the angle that the Vandals are trying to push. And because he's so fed, because he has so much HP, because he has so much damage, right? It makes it really hard for the Vandals to even try working through that.
Yeah. You let your tankiest player get the most fed, and you've got to devote pretty much your entire team resources just to take out one player, and he's just able to rack up so much damage in the meantime while the rest of the team is already fighting them. So that's exactly what we were talking about, and it looks like that's exactly what happened. Oh, no, Vulcan caught with his pants down, getting jumped by 3. Trying to run away the best he can, but Genix is here, and Nami's here for the support, and that's going to be a legendary kill from Genix.
Yeah, mind you, Keuka's top lane is 8-0 right now.
Yeah.
700 gold bounty on his head, and it's still not fallen. Also, the mid lane is 6-0 right now, so feeling very, very comfortable there, too.
Yes, they are. Just a few minutes ago, we were tied 9-9, and now we're up to 18-10. These last couple team fights have not gone well in the Vandals' favor.
No, I mean, it's really going to take a miracle from where the Vandals are standing for them to be able to pull a win here.
Absolutely, and the Wolves are already here waiting for another 5 seconds for Baron Nashor to spawn. Vandals are kind of crowding around waiting to engage. At least they know the objective's there and they're ready to try and fight. But everyone's here. Probably have another team fight breakout. Winner will claim the Baron. And it doesn't look like the Vandals are quite ready to go for the engage yet. I'm going to pop an Aurelian Soul ult out. Nobody quite fell for it yet. Oh, and never mind. Going to get shoved back.
Fists in danger zone, but able to step back.
Everyone's just kind of tiptoeing around one another, looking for the fight, and no one's willing to quite call for the engage yet. Go ahead and pick up the red buff. Why not? That's the beauty of the jungle.
Yeah.
And it does look like the Wolves are going to go ahead and start the engage onto the Baron Nashor. Fizz is here. We could look for a smite steal if we're able to roll in time. The Vandals are kind of getting forced to flee out a little bit, and that is going to be a Baron take for the Wolves. Baron gives you that empowered recall, and you get some gold, so might as well run back, spend it, and then you can run out with your buffed minions and just steamroll through these lanes. Vandals trying to keep the pressure up and start sending the minions down as far as they can, so it takes a little bit longer for them to get through. But at this point, all your players got fast wave clear and buffed minions. So might not do a whole lot, and the Vandals are kind of forced to flee. Hummus sitting at super low HP. If you get caught by that Aurelian Soul, you're going to give them stacks and you're going to get taken right out.
Oh, dear.
Ooh, a little slow on the Blank Void, but he's able to rotate out just a bit. Hummus trying to come into support, able to root Aurelian Soul out of it. Follows it up with the ultimate. Tries to get that little bomb out, but no one was home.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh, poor Xmas Tree.
That's rough to watch. It's a little
Got caught in a little bit of a pickle there, and unfortunately did get struck out.
I mean, I'm taking a look at the leaderboard again, and I'm just looking at the CS diff, and even though the mid lane is definitely on the back, you'll see that 173 over 168, right? But
yeah,
it looks like in a lot of other places it's just not going.
When you've got six deaths and your opponent has 6 eliminations,
yeah.
At this point in the game, the CS is just not going to
to help
keep
you
you
very
even.
much, right?
And it does look like the Wolves are about ready to go ahead and take this tier 3 in the mid lane. Those Baron minions able to start racking up damage without even getting turret shots. Blank Void is forced to take out the minions himself. Yeah, it's a nice little 25% on the tier 3, and more minions are charging right on in. Vandals just kind of look to farm it up and keep their turret alive as the Wolves recall. We do see Beckles up here in the top lane, fighting it out with Xmas Tree, but we're going to actually take a recall back home. And we're going to go rotate back down, look for another dragon that's just spawned right on time. And here it is, 28 minutes into our round 1 of the Idaho Vandals Junior Varsity against the Keuka Wolves. Dragon fights looking to start breaking out. There's not many Vandals here yet. Fizz and Blank Void are, but you cannot quite take this 2v5, especially with how fed they are. Look how fast they're just melting through that dragon. That's going to be taken in 3. Oh, I didn't have to do the countdown. That charged up smite's just going to suck it right away. That's going to be 3 dragons for the Wolves and 2 for the Vandals. At least they haven't lost all the objectives. They lost all the objectives in the top lane so far, but they picked up 2 dragons, keeping their hopes alive. They've only fed 1 elimination since our last major team fight. Everyone's just kind of rotating around the map, looking to set a position. We do have a fight breaking down here in the bot lane jungle, as Beckles is forced to flee.
Able to hide a little bit, not get too, get far plenty enough. I definitely figured by this point with the lead that Keuka has that they'd be able to walk forward a little bit harder. Maybe already be in their spawn, ready to fight that Nexus. But hey, goes to show it's not all dead.
Not quite. If they don't have the complete confidence to go ahead and run through, they could just be waiting to get a little bit more fed until they absolutely know they can take these team fights without losing a single player. Even the jungler has the fast minion clears right now. Nice little 2v2 breaking down in the mid lane. Vulcan hanging around Xmas Tree. No one's waiting for any engage yet. Here in the bot, we see Blank Void and Hummus charging up towards Toxic Agent, who does have quite the level advantage despite them starting in the same lane over both of them right now. Aurelian Soul has been popping off quite a bit with those stacks and landing that huge Q that just slows and just barfs up damage all over you, and that's going to be a nice pick off the Vandals jungle. Getting taken out by Ophirius and Genix in the top lane.
Tough. Very, very, very tough on the side of the Vandals. I think that might be the one to start the end. It doesn't really look like the rest of the Wolves are ready to walk on it, though.
No, not quite. Blank Void is going to run back down bot, but both of the Wolves bot laners are here to try and fight him. And if they get this turret pushing, they already taken out the tier 2, so it's almost time for them to try and break through the base.
Have a little bit of defense coming. Nice go shot on the Frosty.
A lot of Vandals were able to rotate down to come into the support, and that's going to be a huge shutdown onto Aurelian Soul in favor of the Vandals. Going to force the Nami to run away a little bit and regroup with the rest of the team. Vandals still sitting pretty solid. Xmas Tree did take a lot of damage during that fight, though. Go ahead and recall, get that HP back up. Go ahead and get this farm rolling through, too.
Might as well.
I know one thing that is kind of common that some league players like to do is when they do have a clear advantage and are winning really hard, they do like to stalemate the game as long as they can just so they can torture the enemy team. And I'm wondering if that is what could be going on here.
A little bit of BM.
Yeah. Not sometimes, yeah. But that's not always the case. It's most likely they're just still waiting for the confidence boost and waiting for that next objective that will actually give them the final push that they need. Because as we just saw, the Vandals are still able to take them out if they catch them off guard. And that will give them the disadvantage or the advantage they need. And it looks like the Baron Nashor is go ahead. The second one is going to come on and spawn. And this could be the push that the Wolves are looking for to end this game. Unless the Vandals are here to counter and take it up for themselves. And that is going to be a quick elimination onto Hummus. Not quite what you were looking for if you're a Vandal right now.
No, not really. And again, we're suffering the same situation. Instead of this time, you have Toxin Agent and Beckles kind of bouncing back and forth between this choke point. That's going to be another one down. Genix flashing through the wall, trying to get some extra damage out to help Beckles get that kill on Fish. A triple. Now Vulcan going to be the last to fall, and a very flawless ace to allow the Wolves to get that Baron.
And you got Baron Nashor. At this point, all the Vandals are, I mean, their cooldown, they're not as long as you'd expect, but all the Vandals are still out for 20, 30 seconds. This is pretty much a free Nexus right here. Go ahead and take the turret. Follow it up with the inhib. You've got your powered up minions. And the Vandals have to try their very hardest. Thomas is the only one here, as they were taken out first in the fight, so they are going to respawn the fastest. And it doesn't look like they're even going to try and go taking out the turrets. That could have been a free Nexus right there. They're just going to go ahead and send the minions up to do their thing and go back and farm some more.
What is the point
That would have been game. That could have been game, but you know what? Let's trust the vision and see what they've got. Go ahead and TP. It might be looking for an Elder, but I don't even think Elder spawns for until like 40, 45 minutes. What they have done now, though, is they open up the inhibitor, which will give superior minions. Okay, no, yeah, not Elder quite yet. I thought it was too early for that. You have the superior minions that are going to have free charge and run right into our base. And so if Blank Void wants to sit back, and that is a ton of free farm because free minions running right towards you. Oh, and okay, nice shutdown coming in from Hummus. 2 Vandals did go down already, though. And that's going to be another Dragon taken. Double kill coming in from Beckles. Toxic Agent taking it out, and that's another ace.
Well, it's another
beautifully executed team fight. Still have the Baron buff going. I think now they're going to go ahead and start charging the Nexus.
Should be no reason.
Go ahead and take out the tier 2 in the bot. Get those extra minions. Even if you're still fighting, the minions will still be damaging the Nexus for you. And I've won games and I've lost games where there was nobody hitting the Nexus but minions. So might as well get that biggest horde as you can. Nexus is open. Both towers taken out, and it does look like they're going to go and start racking it up. There's no Vandals able to contest yet. They're all still on cooldown, and that's going to be a round 1 victory going towards the Wolves.
Yeah, and a 34-20 timer. Definitely could have been a little bit shorter, I'm sure, but even so, was
still
very well
kind of
fought.
an average pace league game. Last week, I had an almost hour-long game that I was casting for Varsity. It went, I think it was just about 50 minutes for game 1. And then the week before, yeah, the Varsity games can get long. I think they've actually had 2 games that have gone close to an hour. And let me tell you, playing one League of Legends game for an hour straight, it is so fun, so frustrating, and it's beautifully ugly, if that makes sense. That can either be the most heartfelt win, the most soulless win, and it's always a soul-crushing defeat. If I play one game for that long just to see defeats, I'm logging off. I'm going to bed. I'm done.
No reason to continue on for that point, but definitely still more reason for both of these teams to continue on. It's a best of 3
not over.
season.
It is a best of 3.
Best of 3 series here. So another opportunity for the Vandals to get a game in, maybe bring this into a game 3.
That'd be exciting.
Definitely seemed like the Vandals were slowly falling apart the longer the game was, and maybe that's what the Wolves were fighting for, right? Trying to win the stamina war, to show that they have the endurance needed to be able to go deeper into the series and find maybe the same success that they did in the first map. However, the Vandals, maybe after this break, are going to have the opportunity to really sit down and be like, okay, we know what we did wrong. We know what we need to do to be able to win this next game. So let's lock in and do it.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's all about the mind games in League of Legends, too. It's like you're playing almost a crazy version of digital chess. And learning your opponent's playstyle is just as important as learning your character's playstyle. So if they are able to find what their big weakness was, which it did seem to be, like we talked about at the beginning, Vulcan in the top lane. That was kind of the weak link, and it just allowed for Jinx to just get incredibly fed. That could be something to try and work on. Maybe Fizz comes and rotates and tries to help Vulcan out, get him a little bit more eliminations and some assists, and not allow Jinx to get fed
like
but
that. Yeah.
if you do that, you're sacrificing so much map pressure of having your jungler constantly gank the top lane.
So the real question then is, can Fizz both not only help Vulcan in the top lane, but can he get through his objectives fast enough as well? Can he farm fast enough? Can he get what he needs done in order to have that jungle pressure in his jungle before he's able to help anybody else? We did see it happen.
Yes.
In the first game early on, it just didn't work out in their favor.
Unfortunately so. There were pretty well-placed games. I was talking to the JV roster before this game started up earlier in the week, and they were telling me that they were excited for this game to be streamed because they felt it was going to be the most even game they played throughout their season so far. So not all hope is lost. They could have some wild cards in their back pocket that they want to bust out in Game 2. And I'm very interested to see who Vulcan is going to go ahead and pick for Game 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess a Garen. Garen or Darius.
Really?
That's my top guess. That's like those are pretty popular top lane picks when you're new to the game, from what I've been told and what I've seen. I've never really played top lane myself. Do love Set and Jace though, but I've only played them in bot games.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
Very fun characters. There's just a lot of cool champs in every single role, so it's always fun to see how the player is able to match the champion to their play style. My question for you right now is this your first time casting League of Legends?
Not my first. Maybe my first time being awake for the whole stream.
Understandable.
And also my first time actually casting the game. I feel like the last couple times that I've casted League, it was with Hummus, who's now on the team.
Yes.
When she was still a coach, and she did like 90% of the talking. I did some of the complimentary work, or I was sleeping.
Fair enough.
Yeah, younger Kaz was not great in terms of handling League. I'm a little bit better now because I understand more of the game. I understand more of what's going on. So it's not just I'm watching things happen and then falling asleep.
I totally get where you're coming from, because for me, my game like that was Valorant.
Really?
I had casted Valorant a couple times, and I was just kind of, I'm not a big fan of that game in general. Like, I see the appeal of it. That's just not for me.
I get it.
As I was casting it, I was just kind of out of it and just very confused. But now, like, I haven't casted Valorant in a long time, but I'm more open to it the last couple times I did do it. It was a bit more fun. And it's more, I think one thing that really helped me kind of appreciate Valorant more was working on the Observer and observing the games and seeing all the crazy strategies and players' perspectives that go on and all the skill that is based in that game. Yeah, it does sound like we have a quick break coming up, and we will be back in a few minutes, y'all. Stick around, go grab some water, use the bathroom, and we'll see you in a few. So yeah, I mean that first game was it was fun.
Yeah.
They did what they could. They fought as they could. One thing that I did love to see is the Vandals team does have a lot more coordination and skills with working as each other as a team than they did when I first scrimmed I guess with them when I was on their practice team,
Mm-hmm.
because they were a very fresh team, very new group of people playing together. So it seems like over these past couple weeks since I've last seen them play, they have gained a lot of synergy with one another, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So that's very good to see. It's only uphill from here for them, I would hope. It does look like Idaho is going to be on the right, and the Wolves will be on the left. And we're starting off with Smolder and Seraphine for Idaho and Jinx for the Wolves as they're locking in their second pick here. Probably going for a Seraphine support if I were to guess. That's a pretty safe pick. Sometimes people like to play Seraphine in the mid lane. Oh, and we're going to get the Demon Lord of Noxus himself, Swain, one of my personal favorite characters on the Rift. So that's exciting. That's another character. Typically support works very well as a mid lane mage too. And Swain can almost work in every single role besides the jungle unless you're real, and then you will be based and pull out the Swungle and get flamed by your teammates. But it's very funny. That is another one of my favorite characters on the Rift getting picked by the Wolves. Viego, that is actual jungler. Swungle is real, but I wouldn't bust it out in a competitive game, I guess. Unless you're real. And the Vandals are going to be blocking in their third pick here soon. And it looks like we got Jarvan. Okay. So we've got good magic damage coming in from Seraphine, solid roots, solid heals, and solid CC all around with Seraphine there. Smolder, the little dragon Spyro dude. He just wants to barf fire all over you. Jarvan is a pretty strong jungler in this current meta right now. I'm not very familiar with Jarvan's playstyle. One of the 200 champs. Unfortunately, I do not know them all, and I do not know exactly how all of them play. But I do know Jarvan is a solid pick. And then, as I was watching one of the T1 games in Worlds, they were saying that Jarvan is a picker ban as well as Viego. So it's basically you either pick Viego or Jarvan, or you ban Viego and Jarvan. And it looks like they decided to go ahead and let both teams play him. And we can see down here in the bottom row all of our bans that went through. We went ahead and banned Blitzcrank, Senna, Zaya, Victor, and Brand for the Vandals. They cannot play those. And it looks like the dog Warwick, Xerath, Volibear, Morgana, and oh my gosh, is that LeBlanc or Leona? That is Leona. LeBlanc just got reworked, so she doesn't look like Leona anymore. And for oh no, we did swap sides. Okay, I couldn't see that far from that tiny little screen. But Keuka is going to be red this time. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering that. And Idaho is going to be on the blue. Very fun. So
Wow.
Idaho's busting out the Swain and Viego. And it looks like we're going to be locking in our fourth pick. Ornn up in the top lane. The big steam ball of Freljord's. What's the word I'm looking for? Freljord's Forge. Basically like the Vulcan or the Hephaestus of League of Legends.
Oh.
Darius, I did call it. I knew it was
Yeah.
going to be Darius or Garen coming in for Vulcan in the top lane. Unless they swapped it up a bit, because I know Jinx was one of Vulcan's comfort picks when he was rolling on the ADC, but would also make sense for Blank Void to go ahead and run the Jinx too. Jinx is just always a strong, solid character. If it's your poster girl of the game, you want people to play it, so might as well keep it strong. Vigar, that is one of Xmas Tree's picks in the mid lane that I, when I was scrimming with him, that is who he was playing. Pretty solid on the Vigar too. So that could bring in a little bit more of an advantage. Yeah, so it looks like Hummus is going to be running the Swain support. Love to see it. Normally I see Hummus on the Nico or on the Lux, as we saw last game. Sometimes on the Seraphine. So this will be interesting to see what Hummus does on one of my mains. I'm excited to see how she plays him. It looks like all our picks are rolling through, and we'll be jumping into the game momentarily. Probably going to have another 2-minute spectator delay, if I had to guess.
Oh, it's going to be like 3. It's
Yeah,
usually
true.
3 minutes. But even then, it looks like we're setting the stage up for some interesting play going into this next game. I guess I can bring the same question back to you, Spirit. What do our teams have to think about this time around in order to succeed in case of the Vandals having, needing to notice what was going on last game, need to work on their mistakes and then continue to maybe succeed past that. And for Keuka, just continuing to prove that they have what it takes to continue to carry themselves throughout the series.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like if you're Keuka, you just want to stick with the same strategy you were running last game. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Group around those objectives. Make sure you get a Vandal or two wiped out before you go in and try and take it. And obviously keep your Ornn fed instead of your Retcon up in the top lane. If he's able to keep getting those free eliminations onto Vulcan as he's still learning his new role, might as well milk it and keep it up. And if you're the Vandals, you're going to probably want to try and ensure that Vulcan does not just keep getting eaten up over and over. And he's got a little bit more support. Even if you have to rotate up in the early game, you might want to send your support up to the top lane off that map-long trek. If it works, it works. But overall, I think if you're the Vandals, you just want to make sure you apply more pressure. You don't sit around and hide while you let them freely take the objective. I think you want to be a little bit more aggressive in some of those team fights and stop running away so soon, and you want to try and engage first and catch them by surprise. They tried to do a little bit of bush camps, and not all of them worked out in their favor. There's usually wards that got dropped down, but if it happens, it happens. So overall, just if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And if you're going to keep getting eaten, don't let them get fed.
Yeah. Very, very well said. Yeah. Probably could not have said it better myself, I'm sure.
I am excited to see how they do in this game, too, though. Very interested to see how Vulcan responds on the Darius instead of the Mundo this time around.
Yeah.
See if maybe he has a little bit more practice on Darius. See if he knows his combos and his moves a little bit more. Should be fun. I'm very excited to see Ornn with that just big old train steamroll run. Very funny character to watch. Goofy-ass design. So that's fun. Freljord champs are some of my favorite champions in the game. Coming from the snowy, kind of Viking-based region, and Ornn's like a god of the region. League of Legends lore is so wild, and Arcane does not do enough to encapsulate how vast of a world Riot made.
Well, it's
just
only
based off
one
this.
part of it, right?
Yeah,
it's very one like isolated part.
Yes, just kind of focusing on oh my gosh, I'm already blanking on the names of where Arcane took place. Zon and Piltover, because I think they're working on a spin-off show right now about Noxus, which is where like Mbessa and Mel were from. It's also where like Swain's from, Riven, I think Draven. So there's going to be a lot of cool characters that could be, one, introduced, like we got with Mel and Mbessa, who ended up getting added to the game, that could be coming in from the Noxus show, as well as a lot of other popular characters from League of Legends getting their time to shine in that.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun to see, as well as Riot kind of cooking up with even more League of Legends stuff with 2xKO. It seems like Riot is going for the almost like Marvel and Star Wars approach with League of Legends, where they're just trying to grow it to this massive platform where they can make sales off of toys and merchandises and lunchbox, and they become this huge monopoly where people are just like, oh, I love Jinx, but I don't care about where Jinx is from. That just kind of seems like the route Riot's going with so many of these League of Legends properties.
That is a crazy way to think about it that I don't think I've ever actually considered before, but you have a really good point there.
Anything to make that dollar.
Yeah, I mean, Riot is not like profitable on its own, at least too much. And the free-to-play model is strange. Obviously, you see those skin bundles coming out for League that are like hundreds of dollars.
Speaking of that, let me cut you off real quick. Go check out WSU Esports Instagram Reels. They just uploaded a hilarious video where they asked our League of Legends players for the Varsity Vandals, as well as the Varsity League of Legends players for the Cougars, what do you think of League of Legends gacha systems? And they described it perfectly. So go check that out if you have a chance. But please continue your point. I just had to shout out WSU real quick. We love you, Cougs.
Oh, well, that's super awesome. No, but I was thinking it's interesting to think like what the future of monetization looks like from Riot, and also how they're going to expand that on their other IPs, because now Valorant is Riot's new independent intellectual property, right, outside of the League stuff, because Runeterra and Wild Rift, all of those things are, and Teamfight Tactics, right, all of those things are kind of interconnected in the same world. And then Valorant is this entirely new thing. Now, what you may know, what you may not know, is that according to a Riot job listing, there is another FPS game that takes place in the Valorant universe that is being worked on.
Are we going to get Overwatch 4, but Valorant form? I'm going to say Marvel Rivals is Overwatch 3. So, Overwatch 4 could become Valorant.
Overwatch 4 could be Riot. Now, Do I want Riot to have like peak games in like every corner of the esport world?
Eh,
I think Overwatch is in a good spot, and the only reason that it's gonna take a really long time for it to get back to where it once was is one, regaining trust with its lost player base,
Good
and
luck.
two, Blizzard actually figuring out what they want to do with their esport and then letting those things happen instead of giving all control to Saudi Arabia and then just letting them do whatever they want.
yeah.
And that is what I'm hoping for the best. Obviously, I'm a big Overwatch player, big Overwatch fan, so I don't want anything too bad to happen, right? But the idea of a hero shooter with Valorant characters, or set in the Valorant universe, coming from Riot, pretty interesting. I
check
hear
it
a
out.
lot of people who are really excited about that.
Yeah, this is my first time hearing of it. As we were just talking about before we went to that break, I'm not a Valorant fan myself. I've grown to appreciate it as an esport, but as a game, doesn't interest me in checking out. Hero shooters, though, I've been playing Overwatch since I was 13, 14 years old. I will gladly check out another hero shooter. Been dabbling in Marvel Rivals a bit, so
Yeah.
I'll give Valorant a go.
I
Why
feel like
not?
you gotta
They do have some
trust-
very cool character designs.
I feel like a lot of hero shooters come out and it kind of just fall on their face.
Yeah.
Cough, cough, rip Concord or something like that.
There's been so many that have popped up and died within the first week that they've been there. I can't
Yeah.
even remember most of the names. Paladin stuck around for a bit, but Paladin 2? I just remember that one because I was playing it.
They made a second one? I thought it was Smite 2.
No, they did do a second Smite, but Paladin's I think Paladin's got shut down.
Oh, yeah, because the studio went bankrupt.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. They had to lay off, basically all their staff.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, rest in peace, Hi-Rez. You will be missed. And then Battleborn got shucked by Blizzard.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, because it was supposed to release around the same time as Overwatch, and Overwatch absolutely destroyed it.
It's funny seeing, as we're talking about now, all these hero shooter clones, but I feel like the big clone that started was when PUBG and Fortnite blew up, and there was a million battle royales everywhere.
Oh my god. Rest in peace, Creative Destruction. Those who know. Those who know about Creative Destruction. But yeah, I mean, battle royales are just the thing. I think it started with DayZ and PUBG, and then Fortnite came out.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't think anybody ever managed to do it like Fortnite. And I mean, even nowadays, Fortnite is still not doing it like Fortnite. It's a very different story, I'd argue. But onto the topic of League of Legends. Again,
I guess we should
onto
get
the
back to our
actual
game. It's a good thing we're still in the early game, so nothing is really happening besides just farming and a little bit of trading. Blank Void did get a little bit low on that HP down there, but looks like up here Ornn is going to try and take advantage of Vulcan's inexperience once again, able to get trades that are going really well in his favor, and that was a nice combo coming in from Hummus, able to land the Ignite as well as the thing, and that's a beautiful first blood coming in from Hummus.
That is awesome. That's big. Hey,
Shout out Swain, that's my GOAT.
yeah. I mean,
Actually, Braum is, but Swain's my second GOAT.
that's what you want to see this early in the game. I think the first blood last game went to Keuka, so obviously it's a better foot for the Vandals to be stepping on for sure.
It is. Okay, Vulcan get the level up just in time to keep himself alive, and did a little bit of damage with that spinny spin there. Not quite eating the tower shot like I'm sure Vulcan was hoping that Jinx would, but it happens. It's okay.
For sure.
Here in the mid lane, duking it out just a little bit more, racking up those minions, getting the farm up. I am not a fan against playing against Malzahar, who the Wolves mid laner is playing right now. That is a very strong, or I guess strong, just Champion's playstyle who I personally have not learned to play against myself, because that root and that barf ultimate where you just sit there and just get lasered down till you're dead breaks my soul every time it happens to me, and I'm sure we will see it happen in this game too. So look at this dude, Ornn. He's so goofy looking. That's a nice skin though. The purple and blue. Some nice damage. Nobody home on that spin there. Vulcan, what are you doing?
Let him work. Let him
No,
cook.
I trust the process.
Now,
As he eats up some more damage.
I'm curious, and I don't know if you have a formal answer on this, but it seems like in these last two games, Genix has definitely been the one to step up to the enemy turret before Vulcan did.
Yes.
Do you think that there is a reason why that happens?
I would say it just basically boils down to better control of minion waves and able to take advantage of placing the minions where you want them to. Because you don't always want your minions to push, excuse me, into the enemy's tower. Sometimes you want to let the minions run to you so you can get easier farm. But sometimes you just want to go ahead and charge the minions into the tower and take that tower as fast as you can. And that seems to be Genix's strategy, is push the wave, push the wave, push the wave, rack up the minions fast, get the gold quick, get them in tower, get the plating, get the early tower down, and go ahead and start building that map pressure as early as 2 minutes into the game. And that's kind of seems what's going on here. Same here in the mid lane. Just kind of running it down, clearing it up. Oh, no, don't miss that minion. Okay, cool, we got the cannon. Woo! Missing a cannon. There's nothing more heartbreaking in League of Legends. All right, just about time for the dragon, and it's here. It does look like the Wolves bot lane is going to rotate up, start placing a ward down, get a little bit of early poke on the dragon. Where is our Vandos jungler here? Oh, up here in the top of the bot lane side of the jungle. Going to have a little bit of a travel to go. Bit of a numbers advantage going down here in the Dragon's Pit right now in favor of the Wolves. That's a nice little route on to
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Blake Void's able to pick up one more, and that's 2 eliminations for the Vandals. Might as well go ahead and start chasing down Toxic Agent a little bit more, but he's able to flash and hide under tower. Well played, well played.
Now, I wonder if they committed to that 3v1 even under turret zone, would they be able to commit? Would they be able to get that off?
Yes, but you're going to be taking everyone has such low HP at this point that if you try to do a dive, whoever's going to be doing the most damage to the player, they're going to eat so many turret shots that they're going to get eliminated too, and you cannot survive it. So you would have had to take a trade if you wanted to go for it. And might as well not risk the trade. We can get a free dragon already.
Yeah, makes sense.
Very well placement off that Smolder Q. Knowing that Hummus was hiding in the bush, able to follow up with a little bit of extra damage too. As we're going to keep these fights going on.
Yeah. Definitely seems like top lane's a little bit more active. Obviously,
yeah,
saw
Wayne
Ward
hasn't died
chasing
yet.
down Darius a little bit, right? Almost dying, able to get that flash out. Just retreat to his turret. Definitely is down in the minions, so he is under a little bit of pressure.
Oh, yeah, that is quite the CS diff in the top lane.
Hopefully able to get a little bit done regardless.
Nice poke from the Seraphine Q onto Hummus. Taking her down to pretty low HP. Smolder able to follow up a bit more with extra damage, but hey, get that free state Swain stack. Okay, I don't know if you need to burn your flash there, but it's worth. It's worth. You could secure your life for now. Go ahead and start channeling. You're in turret range if they try to attack you. They're eating that shot up. Blank Void, nice kiting. Oh, and the Q just had just enough range to hit. Well played shot from Blank Void too. Here in the mid lane, same old story. Get your minions. Super excited to see what Fizz can do on this Viego.
Now, from this point on, you can kind of see things are still pretty even. Obviously, the Vandals do have the kill numbers up, right? Both on that bot lane.
Yeah, Seraphine got taken out twice. That's unfortunate.
Do we feel like anything is close to happening, or is there anything in particular that we just have to keep our eyes out for within these next maybe like 5 or 10 minutes or so?
The next major thing that's going to happen is Void Grubs are going to spawn up top, and then we'll see a bit more rotations from the top lane, sometimes the mid, and for sure the junglers. Oh, see, I talked about this earlier. We do have our support running all the way to the top lane to try and support Vulcan here in his fight, and that did unfortunately leave Blank Void alone, able to get a ton of damage spam onto him. Even while he's sitting on our tower, sitting low HP, and did not quite dodge that Smolder ult in time, and it's going to get taken out. But yeah, it looks like everyone's up here. That's okay if we take the trade. If you're able to get the Void Grubs and maybe pick up one of the Wolves while they're here in this fight. Everyone's coming up top right now. Huge engage breaking out. Nice flash coming in. Unfortunately, Fizz is going to get taken out, and that's not what you want going up here. Jungler's got the smite. How are you supposed to take those Grubs without the smite?
Vulcan is... How did he get there?
Oh, yeah. I don't know, but he just walked right into danger.
Unfortunate. Probably is going to secure that objective for...
Yeah, that should be a free Grubs take for the Wolves here.
One team fight, and Keuka's already back on top, actually leading with 3K gold after that engagement. Definitely.
And up 3-2 in the eliminations.
Yeah, I mean...
Blank Void got taken out. Almost able to dodge that ult, but didn't quite kite it just in time. And then taking out 2 of the Vandals as they rotate up to try to support the team in the jungle fight for the Grubs. But unfortunately, the Wolves just had the answer in the numbers. But hey, it's time to go back to base, spend whatever gold you have, reset, get back to lane, and keep the fight going.
So I'm staying quiet because I'm listening to KDA in my head right now.
KDA?
Yeah.
Is that K-pop Demon Hunters?
No.
Oh.
KDA is the League of Legends K-pop group.
The what?
Yeah. I don't know who makes it up because I don't know the League character.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That like skin things with Seraphine.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's who's actually being played by the support on the Wolves right now. Yeah. That's funny.
I don't know why I was thinking of that.
Blankboy tried to following it up with the Jinx Rockets, has to flash away. Huge Swain ult coming through though, able to make them burn the flash, got the Ignite off just in time too. Nice root, Irvin, we can see another elimination, and we are. Nice play from Hummus.
Are we going to see Toxic
another double, yes,
it's doable, Hummus! Keeping things alive in the bot lane.
Huge play coming in from Xmas Tree into the mid lane too, forcing Beckles to flee. That's huge damage.
Things unfortunately aren't looking as advantageous from the top lane. Genix is really running down Darius right now.
Yes, he is. Poor Vulcan having to go hide under tower once again. Rack up. Oh, you dropped your minions. What are we doing? No, I get it. I would be choking even worse than Vulcan is right now if I got thrown in the top lane.
Yeah, Genix is scary.
He is.
Yeah, probably one of Keuka's best players.
As well as playing a new role, that's terrifying in League.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I tried to play mid lane, I got wiped like 0-5, and that's a nice tower dive coming into an elimination. Vulcan held strong so far. Doing what he can.
But we're probably going to see that CS diff really play a role into how these future fights play out for the Vandals.
As well as already having more eliminations too. That's an extra 600 gold going towards Ornn right now. So that's going to probably kind of steamroll and pile up to start affecting the mid and the late game a bit later. This is kind of similar to how the last game started, where the bot lane did pretty solid in the early game. But once the mid lane kind of mid game and late game rolled around, they weren't able to keep up as much as they were in the early game. And we've got this huge dragon fight breaking out here. Huge pressure coming in from the Wolves onto the dragon, looking to go ahead and claim this and get their... oh no, the Vandals were able to take it. Wow. Or no, the Wolves were able to take it. Oh my gosh, this side swap is throwing me off. That's one dragon apiece for each team though. Go ahead and requal. Vulcan's able to get a little bit of farm off. Really uncontested. And it does look like Ornn's going to go ahead and TP right back to lane, though. Look at how much HP Ornn has over Vulcan already with that 2-level advantage, as well as that Heart Steal, racking up the stacks, and all that extra tanky items. Ornn's already becoming to the point where it might be slightly unkillable. Nice pull coming in from Hummus, able to get the Smolder under tower. Oh, able to take out Hummus right there, but we'll take the trade. Going to go ahead and start running on
Froshi
Seraphine.
Probably also going to fall on their way out and does.
Nice double kill from Blank Void.
The 2-for-1. It's a pretty good deal, I'd say.
Boom, and some nice plating. That is a ton of damage onto this tower already.
I mean, again, that's what you were saying before. We saw it in the last game. Genix is very good about pressuring that turret really early. He knows how much value getting that first turret down for the top lane means for the rest of the game for his team. So he just wants to make sure that he's providing very necessary pressure onto it to where Vulcan cannot really defend it.
Yeah, and he had so much free time to go ahead and start taking it. Vulcan was in tower, or oh my gosh, not at tower, in the fountain. That's a long way back, and he had a huge minion wave, so might as well rack up as much damage as he can. Oh, beautifully placed. Swain W. I play with different controls on League. I don't use QWER like most players do, so trying to remember which abilities QW and E sometimes throws me off. Nice little engage going on in the bot lane. Wolves are kind of pushing the Vandals in, getting a little bit of tower damage, trying to take those trades. Hummus missing that E there. And Ornn's already taking the first tower up in the top. But he's got 3 Vandals chasing him, and the only place he's going is towards another tower with no minions to support him.
Oh, no.
Might as well go ahead and take this fight, and that's going to be a shutdown coming in from Xmas Tree.
That's
I think
big.
that is the right person to give that shutdown to.
Small little, I think 150, 200 gold bounty. I think
Pretty
it was like
solid
150.
though. Yeah, a little bit of extra gold on top of that 300 base gold you get for doing the elimination. Last game you up at the 700 gold bounty. That was insane. I don't even think Genix got eliminated once last game.
I don't think so.
Smolder has such crazy wave clear once those abilities start getting leveled up. The little bubble. Able to kite it just away, though. Don't want to eat that extra damage if you don't have to. Okay, good poke. No one went to kind of flick the damage out and run right out of tower range so you don't eat that turret shot. Pretty good. Oh, and Rift Herald is up and ready to go. And it looks like Jarvan is going to start. We have not seen much of Alfarius in the jungle this game at all. The auto cam has not wanted to show us what he's been cooking. So we are, because I don't think he's really done many ganks. He's probably just been farming, which, hey, you're going to get fed if you do that. So might as well. And it does look like he's going to go ahead and rotate up towards that the Rift Herald pit. And everyone's here. Alfarius is caught alone as 4 Vandals are there to try and finish the job. Able to flee just a bit in time. As Blank Void's going to be getting chased down in the bot lane with Toxic Agent and Froxy. Looking to do it, sitting super low HP, sitting under tower. One quick ability poke could take it though, but Vandals are able to pick up the Rift Herald, and that is huge. Might as well go start building some pressure probably here in the mid lane, but it could go anywhere.
Very, very true. Although even with that Rift Herald cap, obviously you still have to worry about the bot lane, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure going on.
Kind of left alone into that 1v2, so not a lot that the Vandals can do until they're able to stabilize and get back into the positions that they need to, be able to just to survive in their lanes.
Yeah, it does kind of look that way. Teams are kind of rotating around. It looks like Otacon will be spawning here in bot as our next objective on the map. Hummus is so good at clearing that vision, doing those beautiful support things that support should be doing. Yeah, we can see there's quite a bit of difference in how much damage has been taken on these towers in the mid lane. How much pressure was applied here in the early game. As we start to rotate towards the mid, go ahead and set your bot lane to the mid lane, and you're going to get a rotate down from Genix, and that's going to be another tower taken down. Oh, and it looks like Rift Herald is up and ready to go, and they gave it to Vulcan. Probably starting to charge and start building more map pressure for himself there on the top. Huge team fight breaking out for this next dragon here. Huge Smolder ult coming through, racking up big damage, but Exodus Tree is going to be the first one to take a pick. Alfarius is going to follow back up and take out Hummus. So we're engaging Exodus Tree, trying to flee, but Orange chasing him down, doing that train run. Not quite able. Oh, what a good disengage. Go ahead and keep yourself alive. And now it looks like the Wolves are going to get a nice free dragon after cleaning up some Vandals and getting them to flee.
You can definitely see, despite the kill, even it's like 8-7. The Keuka, has had the gold lead for a while, has had the objective lead for a while, has had the turret lead for a while, right? Has consistently stayed 2 turrets above the Vandals. So I think that means maybe some better things for how this the later game is going to go for them. Obviously, we saw a slower end to the game, but maybe not so much this time around.
Yeah, absolutely. And you saying that just points out a massive thing. Most League of Legends players do not understand that eliminations are not everything in this game.
League of Legends is an objective-based game.
Yes. Eliminations are fun, and they're useful, but you gotta focus on the map, you gotta focus on your gold, and you gotta focus on how strong you are, instead of just trying to fight all the time. It looks like the Vandals are going to try and put some pressure onto this tier 1 turret here in the bot lane. Rack up a little bit more damage.
I'm able to get it down and
Blank Void is going to eat a tower shot for it, but it didn't do a whole lot.
No.
Start running, going to miss that E.
Unfortunate.
That's okay. Oh no, and Vulcan's getting caught by Smolder here in the mid lane and getting forced. Fist trying to come in for the support. Going to miss that stun. Going to go ahead and throw out the ult just a little bit. Rack up some nice damage.
This Smolder has ult like every minute.
Gotta love AP mages. Oh, a nice stun coming in from Muggsy. Oh, picking up one, getting on his killing spree. Trying to follow it up for another.
Maybe gonna find it. Fizz is gonna be the one to fall. Vulcan
Oh.
almost surviving. Not close enough. RC
Nice
Nasueno
Seraphine
coming
Char
out.
bringing Xmas Tree Muggsy back towards the team. Nobody's home. Oh, what a shutdown coming in from Hummus.
That could mean big things. Hummus is very low. Literally just a primary away from falling in does.
Nice double kill coming in from Genix, too.
And Xmas Tree just having to leave, not really being able to walk around anywhere.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to go ahead and stick around. Xmas Tree sitting pretty low, so you can go ahead and try and take this fight, even if you are under turret, and because Xmas Tree not going to need a whole lot of damage to take him out. But it looks like we'll flee. We'll let the wave keep pushing towards him. And just rotate around, look for some vision, look to get some map pressure going. Probably wait for our next objective to spawn. Should be Otacon here any minute. Or even another dragon. And there it is.
Yeah.
Otacon in the bot lane. And I believe if you're the Wolves, you're going to kind of want to start running down towards there. Get some more objectives and some more buffs under your belt. All right, Vulcan has been caught. Oh, forced to flash away so early. Ate a little bit of damage, but got out just in time before things could have gotten worse. And it looks like we are going to have a fight breaking out for the Otacon. Oh, try to land that root for Swain, but that's spell immunity for Malzahar. All right, here comes Xmas Tree, the little goofy Vygar movement. Huge ult coming through, and we're going to take out Fizz. That's a huge advantage for the Wolves in this fight. The Vandals are just kind of forced to flee. You don't want to feed them any more eliminations they've already gotten. And yes, this is going to be a nice Otacon take coming in from the Wolves. Taking out the jungler, and that's going to scare the rest of the Vandals away. But oh no, we're going to rotate back around. Get Blank Void and Hummus to come join us. Xmas Tree with a huge execute coming in from the back, able to take out the support. Oh, missing the Jinx Rocket. Did not quite take that and get any damage backing up onto the Wolves there as they're taking the Otacon in this fight. Nice train steamroll coming through. If you're Genix, you're going to take out Blank Void and go on a rampage, but shut down coming through onto Malzahar. Oh, and a triple kill coming in from Genix. So many trades going back and forth. Everybody, Hummus is the only one still on this point. Oh my gosh, pops the ult, gets one. So much HP. Are they able to take out Genix? Oh, and that's a double, triple. Well played.
Even if Keuka was able to get the Otacon there, that is it's a big deal for Hummus to be able not only to live there, but to kind of turn the tides, at least in the meantime, for the Vandals, right? Putting him back up and keeping things very even, just able to channel back, able to get some more items off of that, and keeping the gold very even, right? It's 36.8 to 38.7.
Yeah.
It's still 15-15. Obviously, the Vandals are still down one turret compared to Keuka, but it doesn't seem as far gone as it did before. So very lovely play.
Not yet. They're keeping their fighting spirit alive right now. And there's the dragon. Looks like the Vandals are going to try and rotate down a little bit to look for this dragon fight. Start pressuring the Wolves back just a little bit, but they're looking for some trades too. Nice dodge from that Swain eyeball. Okay, that's a huge root. Nobody home to kind of follow up and do a little bit more damage onto Ophirius, though. They are so incredibly tanky right now. This team is just full of armor and HP. It's going to take a lot of damage for the Vandals to melt through them. Everyone's taking this fight real slowly. No one wants to engage on one another quite yet and start this fight. Nice little airborne pop-up coming in from... Oh, that's massive damage coming through. Beckles is going to take out Hummus. Hummus does seem to be doing a lot of the work right now in these team fights. So go ahead and take out that support. And you're going to do a lot of work there. And Vandals just kind of fell one right after the other. And Xmas Tree's Muggsy is sitting here all by his lonesome. Doing what he can. They're super low HP. He's able to get this massive root and maybe follow it up with a nice ultimate. Could pick up a little double, but doesn't look like cooldowns were working with him just yet. Trying to charge on through. Sitting low HP. Oh, that's going to be an ace coming through. All right, back-to-back aces in both these last two team fights for the objectives. And there's a nice little dragon take for the Wolves.
Keuka was seeming much further up in objectives than they did around the same time last game.
Yes, they are. We're about 24 minutes in. Last game ended at about 30 minutes, and I don't think we're going to be seeing the game shift dramatically in these next 6 minutes. Might take another 2 Barons for the winning team to get their pushes. They're very evenly matched right now at this point in the game.
I actually think this time, last game, it was closer to 18-10.
It was, yeah.
So, very welcome change in the way that this is going, and even more so, talking Agent P, finding an opportunity to escape on 1 health. See the Smolder Oils coming up as well to slow them down.
Damage, and there's more Wolves here to follow it up. Oh, but Hummus will take a trade.
Oh, they're so deep. They want Toxic so bad. Vulcan might be the one that actually finishes it off. The Drake and is going to do it.
Let's go, Vulcan.
Obviously, still overstaying his welcome. Unfortunately, is going to fall as punishment. You see that Baron come back out, and well, Keuka was obviously ready to fight it. You have some of the other Vandals there as well, but the Fed Ornn once again going to be the one to stop the Vandals from trying to push on that objective, keep them away.
Yeah, I mean, the Vandals did get some nice picks in that fight, but unfortunately the Wolves did come out on top, and they're able to start go ahead and contesting this Baron Nashor, and that's going to be a huge buff to their team. I'm so stoked that Vulcan got an elimination. I don't think he got a Sigma 1 last game.
No. No, he did not.
Even if all the work was already done for him and all he had to do was hit 1 auto, he still did it. And that does look like the Wolves are going to go ahead and pick up their first Baron Masher of this map.
That's big. I think this is now where the tides start to turn, especially since we're seeing that gold gap raise ever so slightly into becoming more and more drastic, right? We're seeing about a 4K gold lead.
Yeah, that is pretty big. That's almost a full item and a half that you're leading in right now.
The Vandals just need to stabilize. It's not entirely dead for them. I feel like it only just needs like maybe one objective fight to go in their favor for them to turn the tide in the Rift.
Yes, it does.
Going in about 26-35 now. Things still relatively even, but Keuka was working ever so slowly to widen the gap between them and the Vandals.
It does seem that way. Everyone's just kind of going back to farming and trying to rack up more, just get fed even more, take these team fights. Because there's still, anyway, like some of these fights can go either way right now. It's not like last game where the Wolves seemed to dominate most of the team fights. The Vandals picked up an ace. They're able to pick up a lot more elimination. So the Wolves probably want to play a little bit more defensively right now and get themselves even more fed so that they're able to steamroll through the Vandals. And the Vandals, they just kind of want to keep up with what they're doing. Also try to keep up with them, keep the gold up, keep the items up, so that these fights can remain even and slightly shift back towards the Vandals' favor, because the Wolves do have a slight advantage right now, but the Vandals aren't going down without the fights each time, and that's different from last game. So they're picking up, they're learning what they did last time wrong, and they can keep it going from here. Minions are just going to keep rolling down towards the mid lane. It's kind of in a stalemate. The most fun part about League of Legends is when there's nothing to do and you just run around and look for it.
Yeah. Fish just continuing to clear out his jungle.
Even with that Baron take, they weren't really able to apply more map pressure that you would expect from having that Baron buff. No turrets got destroyed, and obviously no Nexus. The Nexus hasn't been even slightly opened yet, so that's a good play from the Vandals, though, if they were able to counter that. Everyone's breaking down towards the Dragon Pit. The Dragon's not even here yet. What you all waiting for? Nice little stun coming in from Muggsy, though, able to hold the Wolves captive just a bit. Waiting while Fizz comes in. All 10 players are rotating around the Dragon Pit right now, waiting for an engage, waiting for someone to start the fight. It looks like Hummus is going to start walking up, eat a little bit of damage for doing so. That's okay, you're swaying. Just land 2 abilities and you can heal yourself back up. Huge ult coming in. Oh, and immediately forcing the, what's that ability called? The Azonia's Hourglass. Keep yourself, oh! And that's just massive damage coming through everywhere. So many Vandals just got wiped out right there, and that's a double kill to pick up the ace. And now you get a free Dragon take. Oh, triple kill, my bad.
Wow.
We are
Yeah,
still
I mean,
sitting at the 30-ish second marks for the elimination timers. As the game rolls on, and if you get more fed, you're going to be looking at a minute for almost every time you get taken out. And it looks like Smolder's going to go ahead and start racking it up, start opening the base a bit more, taking out that tier 3 turret just a bit. Huge damage just from that one ability. Wow. And that should be a dragon and a tier 3 opened up. Might as well get the inhibitor while you're here. Because there's nobody who's home that can contest you. They're going to be coming up in 5 minutes. It does not quite look like they're ready to go ahead and start charging the base yet, though. Because if they do, you're going to have 5 people diving into 2 with turrets. So, good call to back and get away. But you've just done a whole bunch of deal to the Vandals map. It looks like the rest of the Wolves are going to look to recall. Probably got a ton of gold to go spend. Get even more of an item spike going their way. As we are sitting at almost an 8,000 gold advantage in favor of the Wolves right now. And it's another stalemate just past the 30-minute mark of the game. Wolves sitting with 4 dragons. Vandals do have 1. 5 turrets taken for the Wolves, 2 taken for the Vandals. 29 eliminations for the Wolves and 20 for the Vandals. As we're waiting for another team fight to break out, which might be coming right here in the mid lane. Let's go ahead and ARAM it and charge it right back down. Who needs side lanes anyways? Start running, Vandals. Orange chasing you down. That's huge damage on the Hummus. Going to force her to pop the ult, and that's going to be a nice little elimination coming in from Frashi. Toxic Gap able to follow it up and take out Vulcan. Revenge, revenge, revenge. Oh, and a double kill onto Viego.
rough.
Might as well go start charging the objective. You just wiped out 3 Vandals. They're going to be sitting in Fountain for another 30 seconds. You've got the numbers advantage, but you don't have any minions. You're going to eat all those turret shots, but that's okay because you're a tank and you're big and you're a train. See, you just ate like 6 minion damage. That was maybe 25% or minion turret shots, and that's like 25% HP. That's insane, especially coming from these beefy turrets. And now you've got your minions, so you're going to force Blank Void to run back a little bit. Going to get taken out, and that's a nice little ace coming through for the Wolves. 1 turret down. That could be game. Hummus is going to try and fight as much as she can. Also going to get forced back in the turret. And Vulcan's back. Come on, do something. I want to see a Vulcan 5K. Do it, do it. Okay, now you're getting caught by the Malzahar, and that's Nexus, and that is game.
Yeah, looking like Keuka is not looking to push their KD any deeper than the gap already allowed it to be because, oh boy.
Not at all.
Was,
they saw they
was
had
that gap big?
It was. They went ahead and said, hey, we got the chance to win. Let's take it. Catch the Vandals with their pants down. Take out 1, take out 2, take out 3. Oh, now there's nobody here to guard the base.
Yeah.
Let's run our minions in. Let's take out that turret, and let's win this game. Very well played from both sides today. GG's Wolves. Thank you so much for that very fun game and that very fun set. Do you have anything you'd like to add right now?
No. This has been fun. That's it.
Anyways, thank you all so much for tuning in today. Huge shout out to the JV team. They fought with all their heart. Thank you for letting us stream you today, and I hope you had fun getting to be streamed. I hope you guys had fun getting to watch the JV game today. It's a little bit of a change of pace. 2-0 victory to the Wolves. And before we go, I'd just like to give one more thank you to Monster and to Ziply. Thank you for sponsoring us and being our very proud partners. And that's all we've got today. We'll see y'all next week. We'll be back with more League of Legends next Friday at 5. Later!